Hi, ladies, gents, and everyone in between there. Welcome on to the video. My name's Evan, but before we get into the topic at hand, please step aside for a second. I have a quick question for our federal government. So, of course, this could be on record. Everyone, lock in, deep breaths. Hey, buddy. You just blown from Stupid Town? Do you take us for fools, heathens, morons, nimrods, nematodes? Do you think we don't have brains in our skulls? Do you think I play the head, shoulders, knees, and toes game recreationally? This shit's serious. I have one of those. This is, of course, in reference to a recent development in the Jefferson Epstein situation. Some of you might have heard of it. I've, to the best of my ability, avoided going into it in detail on my channel because it is just a horrific story of a guy being arrested for human trafficking, for trafficking people to an island for some reason, clearly not to give to people. Clearly he bought the island so he could enjoy the human trafficking to himself and his wife. But regardless, there has been a recent development, and the reason I'm being sarcastic is due to this recent development because there has been this thing called the client list, the Epstein files. And the whole idea was once this list finally dropped, we would know every single person who went to this island and indulged in the illegal tomfoolery that went down over there. And they've been drip feeding us it for a little while now. For a few years, they've been being like, oh, we have the list. Oh, it's right here. Oh, well, can't wait to drop it. Look, we gave it to a few content creators. They're gonna drop it. They're gonna do it. I promise they're gonna do it. They've been like drip feeding it to us like fucking Five Nights at Freddy's lore. But of course, in this recent development from Donald Trump's wonderful administration, they dropped that apparently these files that they have even teased are on their desk at the current moment. Yeah, they don't exist. Yeah, they're not real. Okay. I'm sorry. Did someone drop an anvil on my head or did I take acid in my sleep last night? What do you mean there's no client list? What do you mean it doesn't exist? I think Charlie Moist Critical said it best. Fart investigates poop and finds no shit. Because yeah, I'm knee deep in sewer water right now being told to take a sip. No! That shit's stinky! Like, how are you, with a straight face, gonna tell us there is no Epstein client list when 5 months prior, Pam Bondi, a member of the Donald's administration, said this on a Fox News interview.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients.
Oh, that's
Will that
good.
really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
Oh, what? What? That's weird. How can nothing be sitting on your desk right now? To be fair, that story does hold just a little bit of weight considering this government has in the past few years gotten increasingly good at doing absolutely nothing at all times. And the thing that pisses me off the most isn't the lying, right? Like it's the U.S. government. Let's be real for a second. The U.S. government and lying go together like Kennedy's and brain damage. But it's the lack of creativity. They came to us with this whole statement that the files just never existed when we've seen them before. Like, that's not, there is anyone believing this statement, seeing this, be like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they make a good point, actually. You need to donate your brain to science because you're not using it. Like, there have been articles dropped about how, during Biden's presidency, part of the files were dropped. There is physical evidence of this. You can find it. Mostly redacted. It looks like the opening to a Black Ops 1 campaign. But still, it exists, and we've seen it before. And then you're gonna come to me on National Macaroni Day, of all days, and then tell me the Epstein files just never existed? Don't piss me off. I actually think it's hilarious, by the way. When I was looking up what national holiday was yesterday, I saw that apparently not only was it World Macaroni Day, but also National Tell the Truth Day. So these guys just aren't locked in at all. And then, like, what was this about? What was this? What was that? What was the whole thing where they gave a bunch of right-wing content creators various snippets of the Epstein files for them to drop online, and which never happened? What was the binder full of? Air? Pokemon cards? Like, what could possibly have been given to them that we then never had access to? Because apparently they never existed in the first place, and it was all just a poof. I think it's about time we conscript Nicolas Cage to go and steal the Epstein files like they're the Declaration of Independence. and knowing Nicolas Cage, I have a feeling he would just do it. We wouldn't even need him to play a character. He would just go ahead and do it himself. And then, like, what was this Elon tweet ever about? What was his whole thing about like, Trump being on the files and that's why he doesn't want to drop him? Which he then, of course, later deleted the tweet, I assume, because Trump got on his knees and said, please, please, pretty please, with a cherry on top. Like, if the files never existed, why did he need to delete that tweet? If it was just all an inflammatory and untrue statement, because there couldn't, how could he have been on the files if there's no files? There's no files, you can't be on files. Can't be on a file that doesn't exist. Unless they did, and you're lying. Like, Donald, I hope you're happy. You made Alex Jones cry. You brought him to tears. Look at this video that I saw drop earlier today.
I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now. It's because
he's trying so hard to
I have
cry.
integrity.
He does.
And,
he does.
You know, I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good.
Oh, they are.
For them to do something like this tears my guts out. And
Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. Trump is tearing up Alex Jones's guts. How can a person actually act like this? Like, he's getting violently spanked with a paddle and going, another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another, like, dude, lock the fuck in. But my dear ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between this watching this video at this current moment, first of all, like the video. Second of all, I've been holding something out on you. There's a second piece to this revelation. Aside from the fact that the client list has never existed, they've also come to the conclusion, finally, after all these years, that Epstein did in fact kill himself. Thank God. That was like the only other thing I was wondering. Thank God they let me know about this. Like, how are you going to go up to me and be like, oh yeah, so, what did I do today? I got a haircut. I also didn't kill someone and leave their body rotting in the back of my Saab 95. Thank goodness. I was really worried for a second. And of course, with the United States government, our United States government, having an important reputation to uphold as the least competent PSYOP generator in human history, they actually dropped a video alongside this, proving that there was no way that Epstein could have been murdered in any way, because no one went in or out of his cell the entire time that this whole thing went down. Look, you can even see CoffeeZilla even did a little breakdown of it, and you can notice that, what was it? 1 minute's missing from the footage? 1 minute? Hold on. Let's see. 158. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. That's weird. Oh, I know. Daylight savings. It was only 1 minute in 2019. We only had 1 minute daylight savings. What are we doing, guys? And I understand, not a lot can happen in 60 seconds. However, fitting into the theme of the United States government's humiliation kink, I'm decently sure that wasn't even Epstein's cell. Let's just take a second look real quick. Let's play a little game of I Spy, okay? So, I Spy with my little eye. A cell, got a railing, got a trash can, nice little cell with a 46 on it, and a telephone. Now, interestingly enough, there was an article dropped by CNN a few years back, right at the time of everything going down, saying, like, here is a nice little necklace that they found in the cell. He's a big fan of the color orange. And then here is the behold jail cell door. Now, I was never a big Where's Waldo guy. However, where's the telephone and the curved wall and even the cell that we were looking at? Like, I Spy with my little eye a big fat fucking lie. Honestly, I can't help but feel kind of bad for our federal government. Not, like, in an empathy kind of way. They're barely human. But, like, I can't help but feel bad for how awful they are, how horribly incompetent they are at convincing anyone anything at all whatsoever. Like, it's genuinely almost funny. Like, of course there's going to be the general bottom line of people who are like, you know what, I think I agree with them. Hey, sister, let's hop in bed. But, like, there's also this general population that's all going to be looking at this like, what, do you think I have a lemon in my skull? Like, this, it doesn't take that much thought. The government has been conscripting tech geniuses to create AI surveillance systems, and yet they can't even create a system to fake this guy's security camera footage. They didn't even try. There was no effort put in. Like, come on, dude. If anything, I'm kind of offended that they thought we were going to believe this. Like, do you really think that low of me? Don't answer that. It's rhetorical. But also, do you really think that low of me? It's just so embarrassing, stupid, kind of funny, but also horrifying, because realistically, what are we going to do about this? Like, realistically, even if like a YouTuber were to get their hands on the files and go like, number 15, John Fortnite was on the list. Like, no one's what are they gonna do? What's that gonna do? The government knows. The papers are on their desk, but also not on their desk because the papers don't exist, and the desk doesn't exist, and there's actually no White House, and actually it's all a fabrication and a lie. And what's Epstein? There's no Epstein. Who's Jeffrey? The Wall Street guy? The financier? Like, it's just... it's a whole bunch of malarkey. It's a bad ending. It is an unfortunate situation, but don't take this in a nihilistic point of view. Yes, this sucks, right? This is awful. But a net positive takeaway from this could be the fact that there are a lot more people now waking up to the fact that there is a current administration that they've been slobbering all over the knob of for the past few months that actually, low-key, on God, wants the worst for them. And I think more people are noticing that, and I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty awesome, because I have a feeling that there is, in no reality, this guy ever finding his way back into the White House once his presidential run ends, if it ends, if he gets to... Anyway, of course, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. I love reading comments. You can give me your 2 cents, your 3 cents, maybe even donate 3 cents. Much appreciated if you do. But anyways, I'm going to hit the road. Thank you guys for being here. Of course, subscribe if you are new and like the video if you liked it. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And I hope I don't disappear next...